HIV. Mm-hmm. Definitely. He diagnosed me with an allergic reaction to toothpaste when it was actually a fungal infection.
Oh, wow.
I had an anal abscess that he attributed to something that was not attributed to that at all. Mm-hmm. And it, dude, had me crying. I was in a psych ward at First Hospital, and that was bad. My medical record got out to the entire hospital. My HIV status, wow. The fact that I was gay. Bad. I never sued them, I could have. And I was employed there. And I could not work there anymore because none of the employees would work with me because they were afraid they would get HIV. Mm-hmm. You're getting this on there, right? Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. That neighborhood was so ignorant to homosexuality, and this is a medical community. Mm-hmm. Homosexuality, HIV, the whole 9 yards. They had very little education. Hardly any. Mm-hmm. Doctors that were diagnosing stuff that they just didn't know. And there was such a lack of care up there. And then I discovered Scranton. And then I found that, like, there was Mercy Hospital in Scranton.
Okay.
Actually did have a program run by a nun. Mm. I don't know what kind of nun she was. But they had a little more knowledge. Unfortunately, I was back in my addiction, so there wasn't too much. Like, that part became my problem because I wasn't really being compliant at that point. But they were a little bit better, you know what I mean? But yeah, I had a lot of negative experiences with hospitals and medical care and mental health care.
Yeah, the whole gamut.
And the whole gamut up in Wilkes-Barre and that area.
Okay, yeah. So and that's something again that's coming up a lot. Is
not in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and in the bigger cities, people tend to have more education and more tolerance,
right,
and stuff. And once you get out into the country,
forget it.
It changes.
Man. Sorry, I think I'm getting off on tangents, but
no, that's great. No, this stuff is made for tangents.
Good.
That's why the questions are the way they are. Trying to figure out where I'm at. Well, I have a follow-up question to what you were just saying, I guess. So all of those negative experiences that you've had obviously made you feel a certain way. Do you feel like any of those feelings that you had during those times have impacted you as a person now?
No. Yeah, I mean, in the sense that now I look for care that is completely opposite of what I had.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know?
Learning experience.
It was a shitty
learning experience.
Yeah, I mean, not the best way, but then I made mistakes too. I was actively using drugs, right? Mm-hmm. When I come down here and I'm looking for the best care. I mean, I had some not so good experiences at an LGBT facility here. So, you know, I left that facility.
What went down there?
Huh?
What happened there?
I didn't like the care.
What about the care didn't you like?
It's check in, check out.
Okay.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I want to, you know, I'm not asking for a half an hour at a time, but don't come in there. Look, listen to my lungs. Do something.
Yeah.
Don't just talk to me for 5 minutes and shoot me out of the room and flip me into the next, which is the blood work. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to look everything up on what the thing you get, the portal.
Oh, the portal.
I get the portal information. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you decipher your own.
There's no personal interaction. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
You know, would I have gone to him with the issue? No way. No way. I would have been too ashamed and too embarrassed because I don't have a personal relationship with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just need that little bit of a personal relationship, and then I feel more comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know? And that was the difference between that place and here.
Okay. Good.
I came right back here.
I'm glad that this place offers you that. Has being gay impacted the places you choose to get healthcare from?
Yes.
How so?
So I think that being gay, there are issues that I have that other places wouldn't look for or see.
Okay.
And I think HIV plays in that too. I know that but there are issues that we have as men. Mm-hmm. For example, we have anal sex.
Right.
And so there are things that go on that other people don't have down in that area. You know what I mean?
We should be getting colon cancer way
earlier than somebody. Exactly. And other things too. I mean, not just that. Mm-hmm. I'm into some sexual activity that requires checkups and things that just like other people don't require. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the biggest
but the most important thing is I want to feel comfortable with my doctor, right? And I said, sometimes you go to these places and it's really hard to be comfortable. Mm-hmm.
I agree. So I really want to ask you a really personal question.
Go ahead, I don't care.
Nervous.
Don't be nervous.
What do you think some of the underlying issues with your addiction are about? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, not being accepting of who I am is definitely one of them, and definitely gay played a part in that. Finding out that I was HIV positive played a part in that. So I believe they're the two major factors that played a part in the whole growing up feeling that I didn't fit in, I didn't belong. Played all a part in that. The reality is now that I understand all that, it's really not about any of that anymore. It's more about what do I do about it, right? Because I can't walk around using those excuses. Otherwise, it's not going to change. I'm just going to keep doing it. So now it's about taking that and turning it into, not turning it into something positive, but using it as a tool to help others who felt the way I felt. Which isn't easy all the time.
Yeah.
But it really actually does work. So I've been pretty open and honest. First of all, I've been through the steps of AA. And I've actually kind of worked through my HIV status, the same process. And I actually try and I'm not perfect because I have relapsed, God knows how many times, but I'm actually using that process now to kind of reach out to other people and help other people. I've got like 2 sponsees that,
that's great.
I work with. Just going through the book and helping them realize that, our past is our past, and the whole benefit of our past is to help others that are going through it too, just to help them grow, right? And use their past to help even others. That's really what this is all about.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do. And then, one of the blessings, HIV used to be like a real cumbersome thing, because when I got diagnosed in 1990, I thought I was going to die. And that was a good excuse to go back out and get high and drunk. And then, now I'm like 28 years later, I'm like, fuck, I'm still here. What the fuck? So maybe it wasn't my purpose to die, but, it's certainly my purpose to reach out to others and show people that, this isn't a death sentence, because if it was, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, Yeah. So I look at it today like I have a purpose to